The following content is for educational and illustrative purposes only. The terms brain surgery, medical license, and operating table are used as neurological metaphors to describe the complex mechanics of neuromarketing and behavioral economics. While the scientific data, including the 2001 MIT study on credit card spending and the founding principles of neuromarketing agencies like SalesBrainis based on documented research, this content does not constitute medical advice, psychological diagnosis, or legal counsel. The Project Cerebrum framework is a narrative device used to explain documented industry strategies. Viewers are encouraged to consult with qualified financial or mental health professionals for personalized advice. We are here to observe the system, not to perform medicine. You were never meant to just be a unit of consumption. You were meant to be the architect of your own freedom. This isn't a purchase, it's brain surgery. And you're the one holding the scalpel. Have you ever bought something and immediately regretted it? That sick feeling in your stomach? The shame checking your bank account? What if I told you that regret isn't your fault? That shame isn't a moral failure? What if your impulse buys are actually successful surgeries? Brain surgery requires 3 things: consent, anesthesia, and a medical license. Your credit card has one of those. Legally, no. Functionally, yes. It is authorized to perform one specific procedure: pleasure-pain decoupling. Bypass of the insular cortex, performed 2.1 billion times annually. Here is the surgical manual. Project Cerebrum. Neuromarketing Implementation Guidelines. How could shopping be surgery? Let's open the patient. The patient, your orbitofrontal cortex, the brain's chief financial officer. Its job is simple: weigh the pleasure of having against the pain of paying. Cash payment sends both signals. Pleasure, 7. Pain, 6. Net, 1. Maybe buy. But in 2001, MIT discovered something disturbing. Credit cards only send pleasure signals. Pleasure, 7. Pain, 0. Net, 7. Definitely buy. We've all felt cash versus card feel different. But why? The answer is surgical precision. They found the exact neural wire to cut: the insula, your financial pain center. Method for reducing transaction pain through neurological interface optimization. Which brings us to the curiosity gap that changes everything. November 12, 1998. Stanford University. 3 corporations. 7 neuroscientists. The agenda: how to increase average transaction value by 23%. Not through better products. Through better brain access. They created departments. Not marketing, but consumer neuroscience. They hired brain surgeons to work in retail. Now for the math that doesn't make sense. Projected ROI, $4.2 billion annually. Research cost, $87 million. That is a 4,728% return. For every dollar spent studying your brain, they made $445. Hacking brains is 5 times more profitable than inventing the smartphone. Why would anyone invest in better products when hacking brains pays 4,728%? They wouldn't. They didn't. They don't. So let's be clear about what's happening. You thought you were shopping. You were actually on an operating table. Every buy now button is a surgical incision. Every seamless checkout is anesthesia. And you've been signing the consent form with every purchase. This feels violating. It is. But this isn't just your story. 2.1 billion surgeries this year. 300 million brains in America alone. They didn't just hack you. They built an industry around hacking everyone with departments, job titles, patents, and profit statements. This isn't a bug in the system. It is the system. Now for what they don't want you to know. The surgery works because it's invisible. So the reversal is simple. Make it visible. They severed pleasure from pain. Reconnect them. Protocol 1. The 60-second pre-authorization. Before any non-essential purchase, wait 60 seconds with your hand on your wallet. You're manually reactivating the pain center, reconnecting the wire they cut. Protocol 2. Physical price translation. $49.99 isn't $50. It's 2 hours of work. 3 grocery bags. Your Saturday morning. You're giving your brain the context it's being denied. Protocol 3. The mission statement. Before entering any store, I am here to buy X because Y. One sentence. You're activating your prefrontal cortex before they can hijack your reward system. These aren't budgeting tips. They're neurological rehabilitation. Individually, we call this impulse control. Collectively, it becomes cognitive sovereignty. We're not living in a consumer economy anymore. We're living in a hacked nervous system economy, where growth isn't measured in products sold, but in neural pathways successfully colonized. The question isn't whether you'll buy something today. The question is, will you perform the surgery or the reversal? Your credit card has a medical license. But so do you. Your awareness. Your choice. Your hand on the scalpel. This isn't just about saving money. It is about reclaiming the sovereignty of your own mind. The architecture of the modern economy was designed to bypass your logic, but the moment you become aware of the surgery, you hold the power to stop it. To move from a victim of neuromarketing to a master of your own biology, there are 3 specific actions I need you to take. First, I need you to commit to one protocol. Just one. Let's start with the 60-second rule. The next time you are standing in a store or hovering over a Buy Now button and you feel that familiar, frantic itch to click stop, do nothing for 60 seconds. Keep your hand on your wallet or your phone, but do not move. In those 60 seconds, you are going to feel the surgery in real time. You will feel the tension in your chest, the craving in your brain, and the anesthesia of the frictionless checkout wearing off. Then, you will feel the reversal. Second, I need you to share this revelation with exactly one person. Think of someone in your life who has carried the heavy, silent weight of financial shame. Someone who thinks they are bad with money because they can't seem to stop the leaks. Your goal isn't to make them angry at the world or to start a revolution. Your goal is simply to make them aware. When they understand that their impulse buys aren't a moral failure but a successfully performed neurological bypass, the shame vanishes. You are giving them the medical records of their own exploitation. Awareness is the only anesthesia that works against a hacked system. And third, I need you to anchor this truth in your identity. Remember that you are not a shopping cart. You are not a metric on a corporate spreadsheet or a unit of consumption designed to be harvested for a 4,728% ROI. You are a complex, high-resolution nervous system. Your attention, your dopamine, and your long-term security are the most valuable resources you own. This economy is no longer about products. It is about the colonization of your neural pathways. Every time you use a protocol to pause, you are declaring that this is your territory. You are the architect of your own freedom, the surveyor of your own mental boundaries, and the only person with a legitimate license to operate on your mind.